I'm Joanna. We're nursing students from the University of Hawaii at Hilo. We're here to teach you how to make 2 recipes, a half veggie burger and a quiche. And we picked these 2 recipes from this book called Good and Cheap from Leanne Brown. Basically the book was made to cater to people who want to cook healthy foods on a budget. So we picked 2 recipes from the book that you could get most of the ingredients from your WIC checks, so you can make healthy foods with less cost out of pocket.
And that's the reason why we chose these 2 recipes, is because they're both quick and inexpensive. The good thing about the recipes in this book is it's not only just healthy for your body, it's healthy for the growing baby inside of you, or if you're breastfeeding, it's also good for your breastfeeding child.
So first, I'm going to go into how to make the half veggie burgers, and then Kaycie here is going to show you how to make a vegetable quiche. Okay, so with the veggie burgers, we're going to start with a pound of hamburger, 2 cups of cooked and mashed lentils. Lentils are in the legume family with beans and peas. Lentils are more like peas. So you're going to boil those, and then you're going to drain them and mash them. 1 egg, 1 cup of a vegetable of your choice, which is why I like this recipe so much. I chose bell peppers because they're crunchy and they add good flavor to the burger. We're going to add first the lentils into the hamburger mixture. And then we're going to add the egg, add in the bell pepper. I like to wait till it's all mixed up before I add my salt and pepper. And you can use any seasonings you want, whatever you have at home. You can use cayenne pepper, you can use garlic, salt, garlic powder, onion powder. You can even add onions to this dish if you wanted to. This is the fun part. It's important that you make sure it's all evenly distributed, otherwise your burgers aren't going to come out in the right consistency. The reason you put the egg in there, it's optional, but you can put the egg in there to kind of keep the burger together, especially if you're going to be using a grill, because it tends to kind of crumble and fall apart without the egg to keep it together. Once you have it all nice and mixed, then you want to add your seasoning. So Kaycie, wouldn't mind. I mean, you can pretty much eyeball your seasoning. It doesn't have to be precise. I always say, you know, a pinch or 2. However much, if you prefer more salt or if you prefer more pepper.
We're using salt and pepper, but like Jan proposed, garlic salt would be also a good idea.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna mix it in there. And now my favorite part is you get to roll it up into patties.
Let's get into even little balls.
You're gonna roll it up in kind of a ball first, and then you're gonna kind of flatten it out. Because once you cook the burger, it kind of shrinks. It tends to shrink whatever fat is in there. We used 93% lean beef because it's healthier and has less fat in it, but it's still got fat and it's still gonna end up shrinking. So now we're gonna put it on the pan. You wanna make sure your stove is on medium heat. You don't wanna burn it, you don't wanna undercook it. And you don't need any butter or any kind of oil at the bottom because the hamburger kind of creates its own oil. So generally it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to cook the meat and make sure it's cooked all the way through. So once you feel your burgers are cooked all the way through, take a few off. And then right here we have our burger station already made up. And there you go. You can add lettuce, tomato, onions, ketchup, whatever you prefer.
We're gonna make some vegetable quiche. Hold the crust. So like the half veggie burgers, we're gonna be using any kind of vegetable. We picked broccoli and zucchini for our dish. We're gonna go start some onions.
So since we're not using a crust, we're gonna saute some onions and put it at the bottom of our dishes to make for like a crust-like texture at the bottom.
You wanna start with buttering your skillet. And then we're just gonna throw the onions in there and let it caramelize. This may take 2 to 3 minutes. What we're gonna do now that we caramelized the onions, we're gonna put a small layer at the bottom of each ramekin. This is gonna be the base of our dish. So you wanna try to evenly distribute the onions.
Like we said before, since the quiche isn't gonna have a crust like most quiche, this is gonna add a nice crunchy texture to the bottom of the quiche.
So we have 8 eggs and 1 cup of cheese and 1 cup of milk. We're gonna pour it all together in one large bowl. And we wanna whisk this until the eggs are beat. Now we're gonna take our vegetables. We have 2 cups of vegetables. Again, like I said, we use broccoli and zucchini. And what you wanna do is if you have a hard vegetable, you wanna steam it or boil it before you put it in the ramekins because it's gonna take a little more longer to cook in the oven. So again, like you wanna distribute the vegetables evenly in each dish. And then we're gonna pour the egg yolk on top of it.
It's fun watching the egg yolk go inside because you can watch it fill in all the spaces.
And voila, now we can pop it in the oven.
So make sure you preheat the oven 400 degrees before you put it in. Make sure it's nice and hot and ready to cook once it goes in there.
So after about an hour, the quiche should be done, so let's check on it. So carefully take it out of the oven.